All right, folks, get ready for this month's highlight reel of fine pens. April had a little bit of everything. Limited editions, retail exclusives, sparkly pens, and thieving squirrels? Let's check out the top 5. So far, 2021 has not disappointed in the release of new, exciting pens. April was another fun month. We played an April Fool's Day joke, introduced new brands, and launched several successful limited editions that proved irresistible to pen enthusiasts. Here's a quick disclaimer about this list. These top 5 pens are based on sales, likes, comments, and customer reviews on goldspot.com during April 2021. This isn't our personal top 5 list or greatest of all time list. It's a list created by you, the fine people of the online pen community. At number 5 on our list, we have the Visconti Rembrandt The Night Watch fountain pen. You might be saying to yourself, well, this isn't exactly what was pictured on the website. It's because we're sold out of it. It was a retail exclusive material that was limited only to 20 fountain pens, and we've completely sold out. So there's no more left. I don't even have a prototype version, anything to show you. So Chris is gonna do me a solid here and just put a bunch of nice beauty shop material while I'm yabbering on here. And I will talk about the details of the pen just holding a different Rembrandt model, which is very similar to the one that we developed with Visconti. It's our first Visconti exclusive. And with the Rembrandt, you've come to know and appreciate the fact that they throw in a really nice looking variegated resin that has a lot of tones that look very much like painterly brushstrokes. And Rembrandt is known for this chiaroscuro technique, which is a contrast of light and dark and putting in a lot of very subtle colors in what otherwise would be a very dark and dramatically cast light sort of painting. We termed it the Night Watch because it was one of Rembrandt's most famous paintings, and it had a lot of the colors that were representative in that painting as well, of which the edition that we made had dark swirling colors of blue, violet, and ochre in there. Very, very like rich and had a lot of depth. So it did have some areas where you would see more of a contrast of color, but most of it was pretty dark like you would see with this pen here too. And then this one is the Twilight. So if you see this one, you're like, man, I gotta get that. So this is the Twilight model, which is still available, but this is a common model. The one that we had 20 pens of was just exclusively made for us, which was kind of cool because we just like a kind of a really small run on this. So to pair with the really dark variegated resin, we went with doing the silver trims, silver arch clip that's here. It's got the My Pen System medallion that's at the very top here, so you could remove this with a magnet and put initials or a gemstone, which is sold separately. It's got a nice cap band and it's magnetic, so you kind of just pop it on and off here. It's got the grip section is all silver, polished silver here, and then you have a number 5 size stainless steel nib. Our exclusive was only available in medium or fine point, and it fills by cartridge or converter, so you'd see the converter comes with it. I don't believe they included a cartridge as well, so I think you'd have to find an international cartridge if you'd like one, but this is the typical Rembrandt box that they come in these days, which has a platform, a little booklet that's underneath there, and a little pen pillow. So as many people know, Visconti increased their prices on April 1st, and unfortunately, that actually came right before we launched the exclusive pen that we had. So we had to price it at the higher price point, which now all of the Rembrandts are being sold for $199, and we discounted it down to $159.95. But like I said, unfortunately it's completely sold out. However, you can find all of the other designs of everyday Rembrandt pens at goldspot.com. Next up on our list, we have the Esterbrook Estie Gold Rush. This is a 2021 special limited production. These pens are made out of Mackenzie Penworks diamond cast material, which is super, super hot right now. Available in 2 different colors, Prospector Black and Dreamer Purple. They are available in a different variety than you would expect as far as pen modes are concerned. Not only can you find it in a standard size fountain pen, but you could find an oversized version and a ballpoint and a roller ball. So this is the ballpoint model in Dreamer Purple. This is actually, I think, one of the few of the Dreamer Purple that we have left. We still have ballpoints and rollerballs available. However, all of the fountain pens have sold out. But we do still have a few of the Prospector Black colors left in the fountain pen. And as you could quickly see just by visually looking at this pen, it's super, super sparkly. And that's kind of the calling card of the diamond cast material, is that you've got real diamond dust strewn about this material. This acrylic is super popular now. A lot of manufacturers are producing, especially smaller pen makers, are latching onto the small batches of diamond cast material, or another one is Brooks acrylics are very well known for their beauty and use throughout independent and also smaller manufacturers producing pens made out of this type of material, which is really small batch, very unique looking. In this case, it's extremely lustrous. Like the Dreamer Purple just really jumps out at you. It's got gold and purple all strewn out about it, but then just as you're turning it in the light, you really get that sparkling and just that really nice luster on this pen. And both pens are trimmed in gold. So you see usually with other Esterbrook Estie pens that they might come in various different trim styles, either gold or silver trim, but for this particular special edition, which is a limited run, they only produce them in gold, which I think that they did a great job in pairing, because I mean, it's Gold Rush, so you wouldn't, offer this in any other type of trim. The packaging is unique to this collection as well. So as you may have seen from other Esterbrook Estie pens, they usually just come in a very small rectangular box, but this has got a nice, like, larger size box. It's even got like a little drawer, and the fountain pens include a special custom designed washi tape, actually, that come with just the fountain pens only. Fountain pens also include an international size ink cartridge, a little polishing cloth here, and a booklet from Esterbrook. And it also includes a converter inside the pen as well. And both the converter and cartridge are international compatible, so you don't have to really worry so much about whether it's going to be proprietary type of refill. The nibs on the fountain pens are number 6 Jowo stainless steel nibs, available in extra fine, medium, broad, and a 1.1 millimeter stub. Regardless if you choose the standard size or the oversized, it's going to be the same exact number 6 Jowo stainless steel nib. You can keep the nib fresh on this pen using the cushion cap closure of the Esterbrook Estie, which is kind of the calling card for this design, and that's the kind of that extra tension that is spring-loaded inside of the cap, and you would just kind of press down, and you can't just thread the cap just by trying to catch the threads that way. You actually have to push it down a little bit to engage that spring and then allow for the capping to happen there. So it's a pretty neat feature to be able to keep your nib nice and fresh between writing sessions. The Esterbrook Estie Gold Rush starts at a retail price of $295 for the ballpoint, $330 for the rollerball, $350 for the fountain pen, and then $395 for the oversized fountain pen. See the current sale prices and availability at goldspot.com. These are going quick, so check them out while they're still around. So returning again at the number 3 spot for the 3rd month in a row is the Sailor Pro Gear Cocktail 10th Anniversary Sets. Probably tired of me talking about this if you watched the last 2 months worth of top 5 videos, but I'll talk about these yet again because people are just still going crazy for these things. Each year since 2011, Sailor mixed a fresh cocktail-themed pen for the Japanese market. Finally, in 2019, they let the US market have Angel's Delight, and then in 2020, we have the Cure Azur. For the 10th anniversary, which was last year, Sailor re-released all 10 cocktail pens with a leather case and an acrylic display holder. Since we introduced the new sets in late 2020, it's been super popular. It's been an extremely good collector's item. People in the secondary market for a lot of the other finishes that I'm not showing here because they're already gone now, like let's say Tequila Sunrise or Blue Lagoon, have been selling for way above retail price prior to 2020, but then once they became available at the retail level again, then those just went right quick. And so at this point, what we had done was for the weekly dip last week, we had said, let's go 20% off and not sell them at full retail price on whatever is left. So out of the styles we have left, we have the Cure Azur, we have Piccadilly Night, ones I don't have here, Asian Way, Mojito, and Old Fashioned. Other 5 styles, completely sold out. Now, nibs you'll have on these are the 21 karat gold, and usually they're bicolor like this, and they will be available in fine, medium fine, or medium. They fill via the Sailor proprietary cartridge or converter, of which both are included inside the gift box here. Underneath the platform, you'll get the converter, and you'll also get a cartridge and warranty and instruction booklet. So go and check out the remaining styles of the Sailor Pro Gear cocktail available at goldspot.com. We'll keep them at 20% off until they'll end up completely going out of style and selling out entirely. And once that happens, and undoubtedly you'll probably only be able to pick them up in the secondary market for above that price point or even above retail, because these pens are not going to come back. And if history serves us now, maybe at year 20 they'll re-release 20 entire pens of this cocktail collection. I don't know, maybe, but seeing them come back again, like some of these older styles that were 5-7 years ago, you're probably not going to see these around again. Maybe, like I said, like at that anniversary where they might re-release everything, but they're not going to be producing them for a very long time at that point. At number 2, we have the TWSBI Draco, a limited edition of 3,000 pieces, of which half North America and South America had received. And we've received a decent amount of them so far, and so have you, because there's been a lot of people very interested and gobbling up the first batch of these guys when they came in. Thankfully, we did get a replenishment order, and we still have them currently available on the website as of the posting of this video, which is the end of April. It follows the TWSBI Aurora limited edition of 2019, which originally sold for $100. It was the most expensive TWSBI available yet to date. Reason why being that it's crafted completely out of acrylic, whereas most TWSBI pens are done out of injection molded plastic. So this material just comes with a bit more of that prestige, and it also has rose gold trims as well, so it has a little bit more luxury about this pen versus the other TWSBI models available. The burgundy red is just really nice on this. It has dark patches that are marbled with black on here, and the rose gold I think fits this very nicely, especially for something that is called Draco. Kind of looks like a dragon or dragon fire sort of thing, so it's got a very nice mean streak about it. The one thing I will mention though, you have the rose gold metal threads of the barrel, and then you also have the metal threads on the inside of the cap. One thing you might want to do when you receive your pen, because it is tapered on the barrel and you have a cap that's big enough, is that you would maybe feel inclined to put it on the back of the barrel, but since you have metal threads here, it will actually leave marks. You don't want to leave, you don't want to mar the nice finish of this marbled acrylic with putting your cap on the back here too. And also too is that the cap attaches to the piston knob, which then if you decide to post it and then try to kind of move it to take it off again, you might actuate the piston mechanism and then force ink out of the pen while there's still ink in it. So it's kind of a messy proposition there. And like I mentioned, it is an internal piston film mechanism. It is an aluminum piston film mechanism, so very similar to, let's say, the 580AL. And you won't see the piston head come up through the ink window that's here. It kind of just comes up just right below the ink window and then goes back down when you screw it the other way. So you would be able to see the amount of ink that's inside your pen, but only when the pen is uncapped. The pen arrives in what I would say is a TWSBI Eco box with a special insert that's here that's red to match the red color of the pen. It also includes a little diagram here to say that the bearing grease should be left on the AL mechanism if you do take it off. And you also have the TWSBI wrench and then some silicone grease here for you to use if you would need to maintenance your pen. However, what I would just caution against is doing routine maintenance, taking apart the pen, because like you see here, there's special grease that's being put onto the piston mechanism that you shouldn't be removing it. So I would just say reserve the disassembly of a TWSBI, particularly something like this where it's a bit more of a precious finish. Reserve it only for if you are experiencing problems, stickiness of the piston, or you've got a really thick shimmer or sheen ink that just has stained all on the inside and has been really difficult to clean out. Save it for those instances. Don't clean it out and take it all apart for every single cleaning or switching between colors, unless you're getting yourself into a big problem here with a really troublesome ink or having issues with the piston getting sticky. Don't take it apart. I just warn you against that, because I know you get all of this together and you open it up and you're like, ooh, I could take the pen apart. And your natural inclination is to be like tinkering around with it. Just save it for when you really need to. So the nib on this is a number 5 size Yovo stainless steel nib, is also rose gold plated in extra fine, fine, medium, or broad nib sizes. The last batch of TWsbi Ecos are selling at goldspot.com for $150 each, and despite that being the most expensive TWsbi available in our entire line, I still think it's a good value, because considering what the Aurora will sell for if you actually find an Aurora from a couple years ago, which is actually more than what you would pay for this pen, when they sell out of these pens, it will definitely appreciate in value pretty quickly, because TWsbi not only protects the price with a minimum advertised price, but they also are very highly desirable, especially for collectors. So $150 may seem steep for this pen, but I think you'll get what you're paying for, and then appreciable value later on down the line. Making their grand return to the number 1 spot of our top 5 pens list is Retro 51 for the Tornado Stacked Friends Rollerball Pen. This is an exclusive collaboration with Dallas-based sculptors Brad Oldham and Christy Coltrane. Similar to the Peter Draws pen, we collaborated with Retro to help an artist's vision come to life. The husband and wife team creates placemaking sculptures for communities, companies, and collectors across the country. They thrive on the challenge of articulating the personalities of diverse locations and events while ensuring the uniqueness of each installation, which has often become a cherished community icon. While most of their narrative work is monumental in scale, they also enjoy making intimate, small-scale sculptures to allow viewers to incorporate a piece of the story into their daily lives. The Stacked Friends Rollerball pen was limited to 300 numbered pieces right on the top ring. There's a duck on the top disc. And the Twist Action Rollerball pen operates using a Ref 5P black capless rollerball refill, of which, you may be familiar, that you could swap out with a Parker style type ballpoint refill or gel, or you could even hack this refill to fill it with fountain pen ink. Stacked Friends sold out in just a few hours upon the day that we released it. It was originally sold for $50 for the rollerball pen, and you also can purchase separately this awesome little squirrel guy, which was called the Squirrel Bandit. And this is actually cast out of solid pewter. It's made directly by Brad Oldham and Christy Coltrane in their Dallas facility. And it's a pen rest, so you could rest your Retro 51 pen on it, or you could try to balance it. I was trying to balance my Retros on here, and I was actually able to get it. It's kind of a challenge, but I could almost kind of get it just right now, but maybe not. But it also has the Brad Oldham signature on the back of the tail here, and it's quite a whimsical, funny little guy that adds a lot of personality, I feel, onto your desk or writing area that you like. And for solid pewter, it's for a $25 little accessory here. I think it works really well with the Stacked Friends pen. As you see right there, looks pretty cool together. You can find out more about the artists and see the original sculptures that inspired this pen over at bradoldham.com. I also did want to just give a quick honorable mention to 2 other Retro 51 releases that we had available in April, which this is the first one. This was released on April 1st, if you remember the Avocado pen video. This is the Retro 51 Tornado Ombre Avocado, part of the Everyday Ombre collection that you might have seen before. It's got the avocado on the top disc there, and it's got a gradient that runs from a khaki green to a yellow to a khaki green, and it's got dark stonewash trims to mimic the outside of a ripened avocado. Then also releasing just recently was the Herald, which was the first Tornado Popper limited edition of 2021. Chris will show it to you in the B-roll there. And it's also the first under the new ownership. It includes a gray and black Art Deco graphic printed over stainless steel, and it's limited to 1,951 pieces worldwide. As of this video recording, we still have an ample amount of them left. We have them available at no maximum limit, so you could purchase as many as you'd like to. I have a feeling this is one of those pieces that are really made for collectors, just like Tuesday was. It was a reference to Retro 51 as a brand, that the Herald is kind of like bringing in this new era of Retro 51, and then after this edition, we should probably see regular poppers that kind of attack all sorts of different areas of interest, like science or astronomy or various other aspects that Retro 51 tends to make pens out of. But the Herald is really done as, I think, a collector-inspired design that truly then ushers in this new phase of the company under new ownership. There you have it, folks. Your top 5 pens for April 2021. Next month, we do expect the new Leonardo Grande Pura, the last shipment of Narwhal Peter Draws pens, the new TWSBI Eco Lilac, and the new Lamy All-Star Special Edition colors. Keep up with all the latest and greatest in fine writing by signing up for our weekly email newsletter using the link in the description below. For further watching, jump back in time to 2018 and view our first Esterbrook Estie video unboxing here. Take a tour of the TWSBI brand in this video here. If you enjoyed this top 5, it would mean a lot to us if you hit the like button and subscribe to Goldspot Pens right there for more fine writing videos. Thank you guys, and stay inky, my friends. Take care.